What's up, YouTube? Normally I don't do YouTube videos early in the morning while people are sleeping, but I am going to jury duty, and jury duty, they have all these rules. You know, no posting stuff on Facebook, social media, and I don't really like jury duty, so you don't have to worry about these videos being up here. But we never finished our series, now did we? We never finished our series on looks, so I'll give you part 4, the final video, as I'm walking to a bus stop, because the judge specifically told everyone to be at court by a certain time. Yeah, you don't ever want to find out what happens if you come late to court. They can put you in contempt of court, which means a sheriff deputy can arrest you on the spot if you come late or if you refuse to show up on trial basis. And trust me, because then I'll be in prison, or not in prison, but in jail, and I won't be able to make no more kick-ass YouTube videos. Yeah, it sucks, but like they told me in the martial arts, life's not fair. And a lot of you are going to find out in these videos, life's not fair. Or as Chucky said, and Bride of Chucky, life's a bitch. Now, it's looks versus social intelligence. Now, I did told you that when it comes to money, when it comes to skills, jobs, and the web, the internet, looks kicks ass and take names. 80 to 85% of the time, it's looks that most women concern themselves with. You know, you'll see a woman choose a basketball player or football player or baseball player over a man who has a 9-to-5 job. But there comes a time when there is one skill that most men never learn how to use until they get into their late 30s, early 40s, and that is the art of talking. The art of talking is a powerful language. It's very strong, very powerful. It's universal. Everywhere you go, you have to learn how to communicate. If you want to get a job, you have to talk. If your refrigerator breaks down, you have to pick up the phone and the yellow pages, and you have to talk. You have to call someone. You have to tell someone my car needs to be fixed, or my cable went out, or my air conditioner is not working. Or when you get stopped by the police and you get a citation, you got to communicate with the police. You know, even if you don't want to. When someone breaks into your house, you have to call 911, you have to communicate. So 99.999%, you gotta learn how to communicate. Like, you look at lawyers, for an example. They're like the masters of talking shit. Like, they really are. They can talk so much shit that they can make a person who's good at talking look like an amateur. Because these guys talk like 6 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And you might get sick and tired of someone talking to death. The more they talk, the more it drives you crazy. The more it drives you crazy, the more you can't stand it. Now, you can be a bodybuilder. You could be bigger, stronger, faster, athletic. Your ass can have 6-pack abs. You could probably be a professional basketball player, or let's go with a professional football player. It just sounds much better than a basketball player. You could be a professional football player. You could be bigger, stronger, faster, and you could make a lot of money. Like, let's say you make millions of dollars, and you could be physically, sexually attractive to women, and let's say you can pull 80 to 85% of women. Well, the problem with that is, even though you're bigger, stronger, faster, athletic, and you make a lot of money, yes, we're out on location. I'm making this video as fast and quick as possible. So you might hear some cars, some trucks, some buses, a lot of noise, a lot of sounds. I apologize for the audio. It's unfortunate I have to make a video under these circumstances, but I ain't gonna be able to make no video when I get off of jury duty until I'm off on jury duty, which, if my cell phone's charged up, that all depends on how many times I turn this cell phone on and off. So the video won't get uploaded until maybe an hour or 2 hours when I'm done with jury duty. So yeah, you're gonna have to watch this video at midnight, unfortunately. It sucks, but hey, I gotta go for a week, and once it's over, we ain't gotta do that shit no more. Now back to the video presentation. A woman will test you, will shit test you, which is gonna lead into another YouTube video, because we always talk about mind games and shit tests, and I've made plenty of videos about how you get shit tested in mind games. What we never talk about is when you gonna get shit tested by a woman, because a shit test, it comes from out of nowhere and you can't prepare for it. It's like when you go to the DMV and they give you a driver instructor. You're never gonna be able to pass the DMV test because you don't know when they're gonna give you the test. You take the test, but you fail the test because it came unexpected and you wasn't prepared for it. And the only person you can blame is the person you look in the mirror. That's the only person that you can blame. You can't blame mommy and daddy or no one else for you failing. And guess what? Like I said, that's a truck. I apologize for the audio. It sucks. It's just unfortunate. Now, a shit test comes from absolutely out of nowhere. I don't care if it's a black woman, a white woman, a Mexican woman, an Asian woman. Women by nature subconsciously will throw a shit test at you. You could be showing off how big your muscles are, and I've had at least 5, maybe 7 women do this to me. Oh, you're big and strong. Do you play football? Are you a bodybuilder? Are you a personal trainer? And you be getting happy and excited because she found you physically, sexually attractive, but then she go, wait a minute, I forgot I gotta give him the shit test. I gotta ask him one smart and important question. And this is how women reject and disqualify. They throw something at you so fast, so quick, that before you can either come up with the right answer, it's too late. Because in 30 to 60 seconds, she already gave you an answer to a question, and you were supposed to come with the answer to the question. And this is how you lose sexual attraction. This is how 90% of the sexual attraction gets flushed down the toilet. Because you're not able to understand and recognize and see the signs that you're being shit tested. Like, the girl does find you physically, sexually attractive, but she want to shit test you to see if you're a man. Problem is, she's not going to open her mouth like how I'm opening my mouth and saying, by the way, I'm shit testing you. She's not going to do that. Because if she were to tell you face to face, eye to eye, by the way, I'm giving you a shit test, you're gonna say, what's a shit test? Most men that are walking on this planet Earth, they don't know what a shit test is. Now, if you say the girl's playing mind games or the girl's playing games, we know what that is. But as soon as someone opens their mouth and say, what's a shit test? She's basically testing your level of patience. And I've already said it in my old YouTube videos that a shit test is better known as a reaction test. She wants to see what your reaction is in a good way and in a bad way. Like, she wants to see how you respond to when someone doesn't give you what you want. And most of the time we play right into the trap because we're not used to a person trying to see what they want to see in a conversation. Because we're used to being told, go get the house, go get the car, make some money, go hit the gym, and a woman will pay attention. Yeah, women pay attention, but women been taught to see if he's a man or a boy. And sometimes women don't know if you're a man or a little boy. And we don't get taught how to talk. We don't get taught how to have social skills. It's not until you get into a lot of trouble at work or on the road that you learn how to have social skills. And that's the one thing that is missing for most men. Like I said, I've had at least 5, maybe 7 women do this to me. Now, it happens to the best of us. And you see that when you learn how to talk, it solves the problem. Now, there are some men saying, well, I never had to deal with this in high school and college. And then there are some men who dealt with it in high school and college, and by the time they got in their 30s and their 40s, they learned how to talk to women. They never had that problem as much. Then there are some guys who went through their whole entire life having this problem because they didn't know it was going to be this bad. Now, for the answer, when you learn how to talk, it's like playing basketball and football. There has to be some level of rhythm to take place. You gotta learn how to talk. What do you do when you play basketball and football? You practice, right? You keep practicing until you create rhythm. Now, it might take you 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. It might take you 2 years or 3 years to learn how to talk. And once you learn how to talk, then you've got some rhythm. You're not nervous. You know, you don't have anxiety. You don't have panic attacks. You're not gonna freeze up in the middle of a conversation. A lot of times you have to see someone talk so you can learn how to talk. Like, think of someone like a lawyer. They're good at talking trash. What is professional wrestling used to be known as? A TV show where all they do is talk shit. You know those wrestlers that they talk shit and then they get their ass whooped? You'd be like, that guy can talk a lot of shit, but he got his ass whooped. Floyd Mayweather Jr. talks a lot of shit, but he whoops a lot of ass. And sometimes you might have to take those prime examples and learn how to talk. What I'm saying is learn how to talk, but don't be trying to talk shit like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and then get your ass whooped. Don't do that. But learn how to talk shit to the point where you know how to talk. Like, most men don't like it when women say, I like Lil Wayne or I like Drake. And I've already said my video of intelligence versus social intelligence, part 2, that when women do that, that is in the form of a shit test. A shit test originally is called a reaction test. I want to see how you react in a good way and a bad way. Now, the woman knows you don't give a damn, but she's doing that to see how you react. And most of the time react negative because we don't want to hear that. That's like if I take a woman out to lunch or dinner and I start talking about Scarlett Johansson or Jennifer Lawrence. That means the woman gets mad because I'm comparing her to an A-list Hollywood actress. But if I'm a man, a black man, she might compare me to Lil Wayne, Drake, 50 Cent, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. If I'm a white guy, it might be Brad Pitt, it might be Tom Cruise, it might be Chris Hemsworth, aka the Mighty Thor, and so on. So the answer is practice learning how to talk. Because the only time looks lose, it loses to the art of talking. Now, you might say, what percentage do I need so the woman can say, okay, he know how to hold a conversation? Anywhere between 65 to maybe 70%. See, if you try to learn 80% or 90%, depending where you are, if you're at work, they don't want you talking a lot. Now, outside the workplace, the conversation can be bumped up to like 85%. So between 75 to 85% is where we need to master. So when we learn how to talk, it makes the situation easier. That's the one time guys lose when it comes to sex and dating. When they look good, they can physically sexually attract women, but then the problem is the woman asks a very intelligent question from out of nowhere, and most of the time we're stunned that she did it from out of nowhere. And then here's the thing, if she can do it once, she can do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Before you know it, she did it to you a total of 5 to 10 times. You don't know when you're gonna get shit tested. And you see, nobody on YouTube makes those types of videos. When do you know you're being shit tested? This basically tells you when a woman uses social intelligence, that's when you're being shit tested. Now, I'll make a video about that later in the week when I'm off of court, and then we'll explain what that's about. But yeah, this is why looks ultimately lose. So looks can beat out money, it can beat out skills, it can beat out your job and the internet. But when it goes up against social intelligence, it's like looking into a mirror and going against your own reflection. That's when looks lose. And the answer is you have to acquire all of these skills if you want to stop somebody from trying this on you. So until then, peace.